Hello everybody, welcome back to Saint Spirit Gaming. My name is Matt.
And I'm Jordan.
We're back with more Ori and the Will of the Wisps. And I gotta get this bug out of my way so it's not gonna be a problem while I do the whole rock puzzle thing here. There's my ramp.
There it is.
And then I guess I'm gonna have to kind of do the reverse of what I just did to get it going the other way. Okay, so now that's extended out. I'll move the rock down here. And specifically onto here. Retract this. That goes the rest of the way down now. And hooray! Onto the pressure plates. Which now means the door that was right here stays open. Man, I literally would not be able to get anywhere without this arrow power, though.
Yeah, really.
Okay, come on. Really? Fine. What does this do? Gives me a ramp. Helpful. But only temporarily. Okay. Well, let's try that again, now that I know.
Boing, boing,
Really?
boing. Oh, man.
Come on. Hey, yeah. There we go. Okay. Yay, energy. And as long as I have a source of energy, I can change out my one skill thing here to do the healing and then change it back to the bow. Okay, platform there. What the... Oh, jeez. Okay. Whew.
Yay.
Glad I got that in time. And lever. Pull the lever, Kronk.
Such a good movie. That one, I feel like, is underrated and, like, not many people talk about it for some reason.
What the... My arrow missed something. There we go. I was like, what the heck happened to my arrow? Another lever. What does this one do? Opens that thing. Okay. And that helps me... How? I guess we'll see. Whoa. Okay. I would like to heal. I guess I could swap out the smashing thing, but... that... I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what? Actually, yeah. That seems to have less usage right now. So, I'm gonna put the healing thing at Y.
Oh, jeez. I just read that Meta had a record profit quarter, and they're laying off 10% of their workforce at the same time.
Yeah, that's
Holy
what's
crap.
happening with all the freaking big companies everywhere. They're having record profits and yet still laying people off.
That is bonkers. It just makes me so nervous for, like, my own situation, because those are software developers, and that's my competition if I lose my job or something. That's brutal.
Yeah, so I think lately my question is becoming not, is the company profiting, but how is it profiting?
Yeah.
Because if the reason it's profiting is just because of, getting more, investments or whatever from big rich shareholders and stuff, that's not gonna sustain itself.
Man, that's scary.
But, like, literally, there are situations in which, like, shareholders will say, alright, you company need to have a certain, like, profit margin in order to either maintain our current level of investment or, like, receive more.
Yeah.
And...
yeah, because...
like, in either case, it's... yeah, that sometimes will lead directly to some of these layoffs, because it's like, well, we didn't meet our quarterly margin or whatever, so now we gotta lay these people off just to get back to that margin.
yeah. Yeah, it used to be like, all right, our company's doing really well, so we can assume everyone's jobs are safe. Now it's not like that. Company does really well. Oh no, my job's at risk. Company does really bad. Oh no, my job's at risk.
Yeah.
Company stays the same. Maybe job at risk? I don't know.
That's what happened when I was hitting the thing earlier. It just wasn't obvious because it was underwater.
Yeah.
Man, it's a good thing these mosquito-looking things have terrible aim.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it looked like missing you pretty significantly.
Ouch. Unlike that one, apparently. Okay, you. No, I didn't want to go in the bad water there. And it respawned me right where the mosquitoes are. Jeez. Okay, healing. Okay, maybe I'll do that. That doesn't knock it down. Okay. I was hoping maybe that would knock that enemy down. Okay. No enemies to cause me problems at the moment.
That is good.
I cannot go down and get that energy cell fragment, though, because it's under the water. I can't seem to reach that dude at the moment. Whoa, jeez. Fell into bad water, not good. Obviously not good, because it is bad water.
Yeah. Well,
I was just about to say, it wasn't necessarily directly that kind of situation that we were just talking about with, big companies and such, but it was almost similar that I, was firsthand aware of when I worked at Walmart. There were times when managers would, like, towards the end of a month or quarter or whatever, intentionally schedule some people a bit less just because there was a certain profit margin goal or something, or production goal maybe, like, or a ratio of sorts, you might say. It was like, okay, well, if we meet, basically if they met that goal, then, you know, the people in management would get a bonus. And so, because it was right near the end and they had, like, they were close to the goal, but they needed, like, more production per person for a little bit, they would schedule some people less specifically just so they could meet that margin and get their bonus.
Wow, that's annoying. That kind of stuff really sucks. All of this leads up kind of nicely to the passage of the day that I had planned. I actually did plan on kind of talking about this kind of stuff, but then I saw that headline. I was like, oh, wow, that's just... I mean, look, 10% of Meta. Meta is huge. Meta is a huge company. 10% of the workforce? That's crazy. Anyway, all right. I shouldn't worry, though, because this passage of the day tells me why I shouldn't worry. This is James 4:13 through 17. Now listen, you who say, today or tomorrow we will go to this or that city, spend a year there, carry on business, and make money. Why, you do not even know what will happen tomorrow. What is your life? You are a mist that appears for a little while and then vanishes. Instead, you ought to say, if it is the Lord's will, we will live and do this or that. As it is, you boast in your arrogant schemes. All such boasting is evil. If anyone then knows the good they ought to do and doesn't do it, it is sin for them. That last part is a little less off topic, but basically, like, we don't know what could happen today or tomorrow, and I feel like also there's a little snark in this passage, but yeah, like, I mean, there could be 0 software developer jobs at all, and then everyone has to switch. There could be, you know, the country could blow up tomorrow. We don't know. Or maybe AI self implodes and they need programmers more than ever. I have no idea. Like, we have no idea what's going to happen. I don't know God's plan for me. And so really I shouldn't be anxious, but man, is it hard. Like, you just, like, you see all this stuff happening and, you know, I don't know. I should take it as a hint that the jobs I'm applying to, like, basically I get just rejected over and over. You know, those doors are closed for a reason, I believe. But one thing that I've actually read that's kind of interesting is, so they've started to use AI for sorting through resumes, obviously. And it used to be that they would have people kind of try to sort out the AI-generated resumes. But now, because they're using AI to sort out the resumes, like, the opposite has happened, where these AI models are preferential to resumes that are written the same way that they would write it. So, like, actually, maybe I should AI generate my resume so that these other AI models like it better. Such a weird
Yeah.
world we live in. Mine is not currently AI generated, so yeah, maybe I should do that. It's just so weird. I mean, like I said, I'm getting just like pretty much, you know, no interviews. I'll say it that way. There's no interviews, and my guess is that even when they filter through my resume, they have a waiting period, so it doesn't look like it's an automated rejection. But I would not be surprised if all of these are automatic rejections. It is kind of annoying, though. It's just like, you know, don't waste my time. Don't make me wait. Just if I'm getting sorted through, just tell me.
Yeah.
This I hate job stuff. And look, my job is fine. I'm comfortable. I have a good salary. I can't complain. But it is a little worrying, all this stuff that's going on. I'm sorry. I'm going to stop complaining about job stuff now. This game is very mesmerizing. Watching you jump around and slice stuff up. Do you know where you're going right now?
Not entirely. It seems like I have picked up some things, gained some abilities and things that should be helpful towards opening up other stuff, at least.
Yeah.
For example, that dash that I never got in the first game, I have it now.
Okay. It has been fixed.
So, even more mobility. Hooray. Oh, geez, I didn't realize I could do that kind of thing with the poles like this. Hang on a sec. Will it... I thought it... Okay. Never mind. I thought it was doing a thing where, like, on the poles that go perpendicular to these ones, like, if you hold up, it'll actually have Ori, like, spin around on it to, like, gain some momentum. And that'll, like, kind of fire you further upwards than you would have gone otherwise.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to do a similar thing here, but I guess not. That was not great. Okay, but now that the enemy is cleared from there, I can do this normally. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I guess I gotta head back up to other places I've kind of already been in order to open up other stuff. Defeated 10 enemies using environmental hazards.
Did I do that?
And I don't know about you, but I very specifically want to just imagine a friggin' Steve Urkel voice when that phrase comes up. That was kind of a thing that he said in the show, I guess. All like, did I do that? Yes, I can talk to this being now. Lupo. Not to be confused with Koopa, which is a thing all the Moogles say in Square Enix's stuff. Anyway, welcome to Kwolok's Hollow. Here we are in the domain of Great Kwolok, guardian of the marsh. Thanks to his care, why, things have hardly changed around here since the decay came. Care to purchase a map of the big toad's abode for 100 spirit light? I mean, it's just 100. Why not? Oh, is this the same person that gave us a map earlier? Probably. Hey, now we have the full path to the Guardian visible. Huzzah! What is that? Okay, let me try again. What is that? Spirit trial start. Oh. Okay. I don't know if I'm necessarily wanting to do that. That seems like an extra optional thing. Where I need to go is up and over this way, obviously. No, that was not what I was trying to do, doggone it. Okay, well, fortunately it saved after getting the map. Okay, that's pretty much what I was trying to do before. Oh, geez. Enemies all over the place.
Over the place.
Boing. Get that one out of here. Okay. Now I think I might also be able to head over this direction safely. Actually, maybe I could have done that before. Whoa, jeez. Okay.
Oh, man.
Oh, well, it did save right before getting to that, though. Oh, but there's a... Okay.
I've been... This is totally random. Lately, I just have not been interested in, like, my usual YouTube stuff. I don't know if it's just, like, my creators I used to follow aren't making as much content or what's going on. I got so bored, like, I started branching out and trying different content. Right now, I'm watching this guy, this, like, Risk Grandmaster. He is so entertaining. Like, it sounds boring, but I don't know. There's something just really entertaining about watching this guy dominate at Risk. It's super random.
Yeah, well, I will say, not necessarily from a content creation perspective, but I had a bit of a Risk phase, especially, I'm going to say, around my college years.
Really? Oh.
I forget if I specifically signed up for or just went a lot to a particular website called Conquer Club, which is like Risk with so many different kinds of maps and variations and stuff like that.
Yeah, this the Risk app in like Steam and on Android and stuff has a ton of different maps you can play in modes. I think my favorite is the capital mode. So like you pick a capital on one of your territories, and then instead of like world domination where you have to take over every territory, you just have to get all the capitals, and that's how you win. So it becomes kind of like this. Yeah, it's a different type of defense. Like you're more guarding your capital than just a like group of territories or whatever. It's pretty fun. We could even have like a guest on and do like a 3 or 4 player Risk game because it's free. We could totally do that. That'd be fun. I'd be down, and I'm not super good at the game or anything.
Yeah, I forget what all there was with this Conquer Club site, but it was a lot. I mean, I think they had maps that, you know, took inspiration from all different kinds of things. Could be, I don't know, say Lord of the Rings or World War II or...
Yeah. Wait, so did you like... It was physical, right?
No, this was a website.
Ah, okay. I was gonna say, like, you'd have to print out the maps and stuff, which is cool. That would be cool, but
No, it was a website, and I don't know if you've ever played.
Exists. Dude.
I don't know if you've ever played with a setting called Fog of War. Oh my gosh, that
Yes.
totally changes the game.
Yeah, they do have that in the official one. Oh my gosh, this Conquer Club still exists. 200 maps. Wow, that's crazy. 261 maps. I think, okay, here's my guess. I think the official Risk copied this. Because this seems way older, and those mechanics you're talking about are in the official Risk one, so they must have copied this. This is really funny. That's
Okay, I opened a thing.
cool. They even have tournaments? Oh, wow. This is very cool. Well, I'm glad you told me about this. I wonder if that guy I watch plays on Conquer Club. So far, I've only seen him play on the official Risk thing, but... Interesting. But yeah, especially like before I go to bed, I watch him because it's also... I mean, it's pretty chill, and... slowly fall asleep. Looks like he does not play on Conquer Club. That's cool, though.
Okay. Yeah, I think that was also the time in which. Now this is getting tangential to the Risk conversation, but just same time in my life, I also. Whoa, jeez, there's a boss here. Yay. I played this one thing called O Game, I think is all that it was called.
Oh, I played that. Yes. Dude, we played like all the same stuff growing up. It's so funny. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but yeah, I played that.
Oh, jeez, okay. I think I've realized how I'm supposed to contend with this guy now, and I was not doing it right.
O-Game still exists, by the way. I looked it up recently. And for those who don't know, O-Game is a browser text-based kind of like space conquering type game. So you like build ships, and it takes a lot of real life time to build them, and then you send them to other planets, and that takes a lot of time, which I thought was like so cool that you have to really strategize, because it's like, okay, I'm gonna send my ships to this other planet to try to take it over, but that's gonna take like hours for them to get there, and then balancing that with you have to defend your planet from attackers. It was really cool. Not something we could show off on Same Spirit Gaming, but pretty cool strategy game.
Well, I mean, we could try to show it, but there wouldn't be much to show.
Yeah. Yeah, I got really into that for a while. There's another one that I looked into that's similar, but has a little better UI, because O-Game was like super basic, and it was very similar to O-Game, and now I can't remember what it was. Sellers. I don't know what it was. I don't know how it's still going, to be honest. Like, crazy. Because, like, EVE Online, I think, is a... Like, I would have thought EVE Online just takes all those players, because... Well, I guess EVE Online, you have to be playing. That's the difference. O-Game, you kind of just set it, and then you go live life.
Okay.
EVE Online is... It becomes your life. Well,
I imagine it would have auto-saved after that battle.
Yeah. That seems like a pretty good stopping point.
Yeah. Seems pretty likely that next time we'll get to Kwolok, the Guardian.
You defeated your boss in your playthrough very easily, and I am severely struggling with the boss in my playthrough.
There's also not a card-based battle system in this game where, you know, the enemy could just play one simple little card and, you know, break some ultimate attack of mine.
Yeah, that's true.
But yeah, I guess that'll do it for this one. Tune in next time to see... well, presumably see us meet the Guardian. That's not a whole lot of distance to cover there.
To meet Kwolok.
Yeah. So make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss that.
Yeah.
And feel free to leave comments down below on, I don't know, obscure games that you played at one point, or like kind of phases you might have had with different games and such.
For sure. Or thoughts on the job market. Are you having a good experience, bad experience? Are you worried? Are you not worried? Maybe you're a truck driver and you're not worried at all, because those guys make good money.
Yeah, well, I don't know, because they've got the electric trucks now, and then they pretty much just need to put AI behind them. Like, they've got the self-driving, you know, Ubers and stuff, so... I don't know. Eventually, at least, that could be at risk.
Nobody's safe.
Nobody.
There are people who aren't worried, though. So, yeah, if you are one of those people, I would be interested.
I will say, I don't think my job is going to be replaced for quite some time. More so just because of the company I work with and their attitude about new technology and stuff.
Yeah. That is one way to stay, more secure.
But anyway, all that to say, feel free to share your thoughts on various things down in the comments section.
But until then, we'll catch you next time.
Okay, goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.